Swarashri is a Kathak dancer, choreographer, and performing artist trained under Dr. Pali Chandra at Gurukul, Dubai. She has recently been awarded the Best Performing Artist by the AES Visionary Excellence Committee, and she's also the Artistic Director of Aneka, Identities Dancing Within, recently completing a 2024 India tour of a dance drama on dissociative disorder.
In her TEDx talk, Vilamba, The Mighty Descent of Laya, Swarashri explores the paradox of slowing down to move forward. Drawing from her experiences in dance, music, and leadership, she shares how subtraction, letting go of distractions and misaligned pursuits, creates space for true mastery.
Please give a large round of applause for Miss Swarashri Sridhar.
Good afternoon, everybody. Can I get the audio, please? Feel free to clap along with me. How many times have we felt our heart rate increase to such an extent that even we cannot keep up with it? Why do you think this happens? Stress? Is it too much to do in very, very little time? In dance, especially in Indian classical dance forms like Kathak, our rhythm patterns, once it's set, stays constant. The space from between one beat and another is a unit. Think about time. It's also a construct, but it stays constant. The space between one day and another, 24 hours, constant. And it's up to us to fill it up with our own ratio of activities in order for us to achieve our goals, right? So, my name is Swarashri Sridhar, and I have been trying to figure out what that optimum ratio is so that I can avoid stress. I'm a Kathak dancer and choreographer, and I'm so blessed that I've had the opportunity to make my passion my profession. So, as a performing artist in the field of dance, you need to be good at dancing itself. I think that is mandatory. You need to have knowledge of the lights, where to stand. You need to have knowledge of the sound system. You need to be able to communicate with the wonderful technicians. You need to have presentation skills. How do you communicate with your audience? You can't just stand up on stage. You need to know the act of performance. You need to have good speaking skills so that you communicate with your audience. And most importantly, you need to train your mind to be present, because at the end of the day, it's a live art form. Anything can. Growing up, I was learning all of these skills, and then I would spend 8 hours a day in school learning math, science, English, everything. And that left my 24 hours with very less time for my own self. And one day, in year 8, my math teacher called me after class. Congratulations, Swarashri. I'm bumping you up to high level. I hated math. I didn't have the appetite for it. I did not have the aptitude for it. Why is she doing this to me? Miss, could you please put me back into standard level math? She did not understand why I asked her to do that. She thought I was backing down from a challenge, from challenging my own self to excel in a platform that she was providing me with. She didn't understand that in high-level math, I would have to spend 2 extra hours trying to get one math problem, whereas regularly I could have spent, hopefully, 30 minutes, and then moved on to my own activities that I took interest in, studying dance history, learning konokul, things that would actually apply to my future. And so I asked my parents to force her to put me back into standard level math. And trust me, Indian parents encouraging their child to go down a level, very few would have said yes, because most parents that I know would have probably said, try it, no? See, when you really can't, we'll take a call. But my parents prioritized my mental health and my happiness way before I even did. And their support helped me understand what had actually transpired. I had subtracted an activity in order to gain a clearer tract and act effectively on certain things that I actually wanted to excel in. Subtract, tract, act. But just because you know a concept doesn't mean that you're actually going to practice it until it actually hits you. 5 years ago in 2020, I was completing my high school diploma and my vocational advanced dance diploma in the same year. Now when I look back, I am happy that my name is on the valedictorian board of DIA for IBCP. I'm so blessed that I was the youngest distinction holder worldwide at that time for my ISTD dance diploma. And it came with a massive toll on my health. I was so scared that people around me are going to judge me for taking IBCP, which is the career program, and not IBDP, which is the excellence for the masses. And so I decided that I'm going to excel in everything. I would want to be the best dancer out there. I'm going to do my best in school so that no one judges me. Why? Apart from our environment and upbringing, I feel our self-expectations are a large component of stress. My sleep patterns went for a toss. I was skipping school for performances, and then I would come back and cram everything up in one day, just so that no one would point fingers at me for doing both. And the height of it was giving my dance exam in India, flying down a night before my year 13 mock board exams, and then trying to give them without sleeping during the exam. Trust me, it was hard, and I think I managed to sleep in one of them, probably math. Why did I have to do that? If only I had subtracted my ego, I would have probably had a clear track, and probably I would have been able to act way more effectively. When we subtract certain pursuits that allow us to prioritize other activities, even if we might be good at them, we allow ourselves to let it go so that we can focus on something that might be our future. We can really act way more effectively and efficiently. And when we subtract, we embrace a state of vilamba. Remember that unit of rhythm that I was talking about? In dance, when we fill it up, and how we fill it up determines the speed or the laya. Vilambit lay is the slowest lay. It's the slowest speed. And managing to control it, managing to bring it down with utmost power, it's one of the hardest notions to master. And just like the wonderful talks before that spoke about stillness, if we find our own sense of vilamba, our own sense of alignment and stillness, those hyperstimulants and distractive thoughts will just probably fade away. Our track will mostly be clear. I'm not saying delete activities. I'm not saying delete school altogether, definitely not. But try and prioritize on what is actually important for you, where you would like to spend time. Communicate with your parents and teachers about your dreams, about your goals. Make your own track clear. And those hurdles that will come, at least they won't be self-imposed. And all you'll have to do at the end of the day is act. tari kitta taka taka tari kitta taka ta ka ta ri ki ta ta ka. Subtract, subtract, subtract. Tract, tract, tract.